Welcome back to Harbor Freight Deals, Harbor Freight. And we have some new coupons. They're actually a few days old, probably about 6 days old, but they're the new super coupons. They've called them fresh spring coupons, but they're the new super coupon. And these are going through April 14th. So they overlap a little bit with the ITC deals. They're going to overlap with the spring Black Friday sale. But just remember, spring Black Friday is coming up Monday, April 7th, early access for ITC, and then everyone saves the 11th through the 14th. And we'll probably do one more video before the spring Black Friday because they tend to release the electronic flyer, which is always slightly different. Maybe it's going to be the same, but we'll jump right in and start going over some of these new super coupons. But do remember, there is technically today you'll still have a chance. Save 15% off any single item, which I have a few videos on that. And then save 30% off any single item under $10, which is not as bad as you think. I mean, it's not great. It's not terrible. Guess I'm okay with not terrible. Pretty low bar. Anyways, let's go through some of these new super coupons. So we have the 120 lumen solar motion security lights, your choice, $12.99, 23% off. The Badland ZXR 12,000 pound truck SUV winch. And actually, we're just going to take a quick look because this is when the deals are getting close. We want to look at the main deals that are coming up so we know how to filter. So there's going to be 35% off all Icon pliers, screwdrivers, and hammers. So any Icon pliers, screwdrivers, and hammers we'll steer away from until the spring Black Friday sale. 35% off all jack stands, which is great with the exception of the 3-ton jack stands. I think those go on sale more often at lower prices than 35%, but at least for the 6-ton and especially for the 12-ton, we'll stay away. 50% off all welding wire rods and tips. So if we see any of those, we'll keep our head on a swivel. Badland ZXR 12,000 pound, $279, $7 off. Vulcan OmniPro 220 industrial multi-process welder with 120 240 volt input, $900, $200 off. The Viking 1000 peak amp lead acid multifunction jump starter and power pack with 150 psi air compressor, a little bit of everything for $69.99. Also very nice, $30 off. The 7 horsepower plate compactor with wheel kit for $600, $100 off, was a nice price. And then Franklin 30-inch by 18-inch 1,000-pound capacity hardwood dolly, $13.99, 22% off. The classic Pittsburgh 6,500-pound capacity portable ramp set. I have some of these. They're solid for doing oil changes, $50, pretty easy to roll on and off, 16% off. The Pittsburgh R134A AC manifold gauge set, $50, 23% off. The Pittsburgh 1,000 pound capacity engine stand for $90, $10 off, 10% off. Might as well use the 15%. The Quinn 1/4-inch drive low profile sealed head ratchet for $15, 11% off. A brand new Pittsburgh 12 120 volt dual power 100 psi tire inflator with LED light. Pretty cool that Pittsburgh's coming out with these. Only 11% off, but not too bad. $39.99. Definitely use the 15% off on these if you want to try to check this out today, the last day of the 50% off any item. Cover Pro 10 by 20 foot portable car canopy for $99, $30 off. Doyle, really nice Doyle folding jab saw for $9.99, 16% off. Central Machinery 1500 watt steam cleaner kit for $100, $30 off. Steam cleaner kits. Now I got one on Amazon for a lot cheaper, but it's a rink-a-dink Amazon brand. I wonder if Central Machinery, it looks similar, but I wonder how much better, if it's better, is the Central Machinery one. Drummond, 1.6 horsepower submersible utility pump, 1,600 gallons per hour for $60, 17% off. The Jupiter, 2,000 watt, continuous 4,000 watt peak modified sine wave power inverter, $120, $30 off. And then we do have an Icon Alert 8-inch needle nose pliers for $15, 25% off. And that's pretty good, except all pliers and all screwdrivers and all hammers are going to be 35% off starting the 7th if you're ITC. So, I mean, if you really want it, it's not bad to go in and get 25% off. Is pretty decent. 25% is pretty decent, but 35% off is even better. I mean, we can do a quick calculation here. You're getting this for $14.99 if you get it with the super coupon, but you'll get it for $12.99. So you save a couple more bucks, which is actually, that's not nothing. This is a below $20 item. Saving $2 extra is really good. I guess I could have done the math. 10% is about $2. $12.99 if you wait for the Spring Black Friday sale, which is going to be great. But still, 25% off is not too bad. It's actually pretty good. It's within the buy zone. Continuing, Hercules 15 amp 42 pound 1 1/8 hex lower wall breaker hammer with maximum vibration control, $400, $100 off. That's 25% off. So that's also within the buy zone. Daytona 2,500 pound capacity professional steel vehicle dollies 2-piece for $65, 23% off. Solid discounts. Solid discounts on all of these. Pittsburgh 2.5 CFM vacuum pump. Nice. $69.99. These are a lot of good prices, a lot of nice pricing here that I'm seeing. $69.99, $30 off, was $99.99. So roughly 30% off, which is pretty good. Viking 21550, 250 amp, 6 and 12 volt wheeled battery charger, engine starter, and alternator tester for $185, $15 off. Not so great. That's like 7% off. So looking for something like this, definitely use the 15% off. We have the Vulcan ProTig 205 industrial welder with 120 240 volt input for $1,000, $100 off. Same thing. If you're looking to get this anytime soon, it's better to use the 15% off on this because you're only getting less than 10% here. But there are sales that go on a couple times throughout the year on welders. I know there was a really good one a few months ago that I think was up to like 30-40% off. So if you're willing to wait for that, wait for one of those. It'll probably happen again this year. But if not, then maybe the 15% off is what makes the most sense. You can get it for $934, so you'll save an extra $65 with the 15% off, as opposed to the super coupon. Daytona. Hey, I am pumped so far about these new super coupons. Daytona 1.5 ton professional racing series aluminum floor jack with rapid pump, $99.99, $35 off. So that's really good. And actually, we're gonna dive deeper. I dive deeper into the ones that I like. Sorry, if there's some of the other ones that you like, tell me, and then I'll dive deeper into them. But if we're getting it for $99.99 and the original price is $134.99, getting it for 25% off, basically 26% off. Seeing that price so low makes me, I don't think I've seen it that low. 1.5 ton. I think I've seen it this low. Maybe I have. Let's see. Oh, this is different. The graphing is in black. Oh, there's been an update to Hazard Fraught. They now include ITC coupons, regular coupons, and price. What? Let's do a sample check on something else. Let's check out this pressure pump. Whoa, there's been an update. Exclusive. Harborough Freight. There has been an update to Hazard Fraught. They are now including 3 graphs, ITC coupon. This question's come up often, whether this tracker includes some overall ITC coupons. Now, I know there's different types of coupons, not just ITC, but anyways, they've included it now, which is super cool. We digress. We go back here. And yes, looking at this, it has come down to $99 is a regular price back in 2022 as an ITC coupon a couple times in 2024, and it has gone down to $97. Looks like once or twice this last Black Friday. But $2, I know we were scoffing at $2 earlier, saying it was a big deal, but $2 at $99 is not as big a deal. So this is basically Black Friday pricing, and it's only been one Black Friday. This is very close to the lowest price it's ever been. So if you're looking for one of those lightweight floor jacks, you could go a lot worse than the Daytona one. It's only $99, 1.5 tons. I know it's not much. Again, it's for some of those smaller jobs. So $99, steal of a deal. I don't think I'm going to make that happen, but it's a great deal. Badlands ZXR 3,500 pound UTV power sport winch with automatic load holding brake, $99.99, $40 off, which is also really good percentage off there. I wonder what sells more, dollars off or percentage off? I feel like in this case, I want to see a percentage off. In this case, because $40 doesn't seem as excellent. Maybe they're trying to go for a bigger number. But if we're at $100 and we're dividing that by 140, I guess you're only getting about 28% off. And they think $40 off sounds better, but 29% off is a really good deal on that Badland winch. Zurich ZR15 OBD2 code reader with 3.5-inch display and active test, fix assist for $270, $30 off. Haulmaster 750-pound capacity folding cargo carrier for $90. Good thing they have the little arrows here so we know which way it is spinning. $30 off. High density foam mini roller kit 3-piece for $3, 25% off. The Super Union 10-gun key lock security cabinet for $160, $40 off. This one was on sale recently. It was $100 off. So don't try to fool me, Harbor Freight. This isn't a super coupon. This is a lackluster coupon because it was just $100 off. Drummond 1/8 horsepower non-submersible super mini transfer pump, 450 gallons per hour, $80, 11% off. Terrible, use the 15% off. Greenwood 100 foot by 5/8 inch garden hose, $25, 16% off. Franklin's 2-in-1 convertible hand truck, 600-pound capacity, $80, $15 off. The 20-ton Pittsburgh hydraulic low-profile bottle jack for $45, 25% off. Titanium MiG 140 professional welder with 120-volt input, $380, $120 off. That seems really good. Percentage check. 380 divided by 500, 25% off. It's definitely in the buy zone. Vanguard 100 foot by 12 and 3 gauge multiple outlet extension cord with indicator light, $65, 18% off. Fortress 6-gallon 150 psi ultra quiet oil free pancake job site air compressor for $200, a measly $30 off. I think this one, I don't know if the sale's still going on. This one had the combination sale. If you buy one of these, you get a free brad nailer. And I think the brad nailers were at least $60 to $100 value. And there was some more that were more expensive with the bigger compressors. But there's always sales on compressors. So compressors is one of those very difficult things to track because there's always sales on compressors. Bauer 5-inch hook and loop universal pattern sanding disc, 5-pack, $299, 50% off. Oh, hey, 50% off. U.S. General Alert 72-inch by 22-inch triple bank top chest, $900, $100 off. So that's 10% off. And that just doesn't feel right. Use the 15% off if you're going to get something big like this. There's always 15%. At least 3 or 4 times a year, there'll be a 15% off coupon. Pass on this unless you absolutely need it. Vulcan 500-pound capacity heavy-duty large welding cabinet for $350. $50 off. That's absolutely terrible. One, it's terrible because it's not that big of a percentage off. It's only a little bit more than I thought. Only 12.5%. So you can definitely use the 15% off to get more discount. But there was a huge sale on these at the end of last year, beginning of the year. I don't remember exactly, but it was at least 30 to 40% off of this large welding cabinet. And so you were getting these for close to $200. Anyways, just a reminder. Viking 1700 peak amp portable car battery jump starter and power pack, $140, $30 off. Chicago Electric 286-pound capacity welding cabinet for $10 off. Who are they trying to fool? One Stop Gardens 1,000-pound capacity mesh deck steel wagon. Okay, I didn't know they had this as an option. $75, 16% off. That great deal on the 2,000. Was it the 2,000-pound capacity? It was 1,200-pound capacity cart a couple weeks ago. Icon Alert 400-pound capacity. Great capacity there. 43-inch professional creeper, $110, $30 off. The math is hard there, so I'm gonna do some math because I'm not sure what that percentage off is. Okay, so not too bad. It's about 21% off, a little bit more, almost 22% off. So within the buy zone, I'm comfortably in the buy zone when it's 25% off, and I'm comfortably in the it's okay to buy if it's minimum 15% or more. If it's anything less than 15%, normally I'm a do not buy. But 21% is getting close to the buy zone. It's within the you can buy zone from 15 to 25%. Thunderbolt solar 12-volt 35 amp hour sealed lead acid battery, $58, 24% off. The Storehouse 1/4-inch aluminum blind rivet set, 100-piece, $6, 25% off. Haulmaster 150-pound capacity roof-mounted steel cargo carrier, $70, $30 off. Very nice. 9-foot by 12-foot canvas drop cloth, $13, 13% off. Pittsburgh 300-pound ATV lawnmower lift, $109.99, $30 off. I was doing my lawn the other day, and I was struggling because I didn't have a way to lift my mower just to adjust the wheels. Anyways, these can come in super, super handy. $109 is pretty pricey, though. I feel like there's Mickey Mouse ways to lift your lawnmower if you need to, but if you can. Not too bad. Braun, 900 lumen rechargeable swivel head LED flashlight for 20 bucks, 20% off. Pretty decent. 25-foot drill powered drain auger for 10 bucks, 33% off. All right, that's really good. US General folding side tray, hey, for 4-drawer tech cart, 16 bucks, 20% off. You have my attention. The 50 caliber ammo box, 7 bucks, 30% off. Some Hallmaster triple ball mount adjustable 6-inch drop, 4-inch rise hitch, $89.99 for $65 off. Okay, Hallmaster, let's see what you're working with. It's 90 bucks, and the total was $155, which is a weird price. And that means we're saving. This is 0%. Math went wrong there. 90 bucks divided by the 155 total. Subtracting one away, saving 42%. 42% on this Hallmaster ball joint. If there was a time to get a triple ball mount, adjustable 6-inch drop, 4-inch rise hitch, this is the time to get it. 42% off, 89 bucks. I don't know what other ball hitches go for, but this one only goes for 155, and at 90 bucks, it's a steal of a deal. 42% off. That's in the definitely buy zone. This very nice Merlin 3/8-inch 50-foot enclosure tractable air hose reel, $69.99. Now, I would normally say this is in the do not buy zone, but this is priced very nicely, 12% off. I'm going to stop. 12% off. Yeah, it's all right. Hercules hook and loop corner detail sanding sheets with ceramic alumina grain 5-pack for $4, 33% off. We have the Portland 3.8 amp 13-inch electric string trimmer for $26.99, 10% off. Pittsburgh SAE metric T-handle ball end hex key set 18 piece, $15, 21% off. We have the Maddox McPherson strut spring compressor set, 34% off. So this is not too bad. $22.99. There was a sale. Was it 40% off? All Maddox recently. So 34% is in the ballpark. Definitely in the buy zone, but just with a grain of salt, because you know it was 40% off recently. A little bit salty if you buy that. Luminar Outdoor 72-foot warm white solar rope light, $17, 15% off. Central Pneumatic 1.5 gallon gravity feed texture air spray gun for $25, 16% off. Pittsburgh's 440-pound electric hoist with remote control, $85, $15 off. That's the same as 15% off. Union Safe Company, what is that? 2/3 cubic feet electronic digital safe for $49, 10% off. Merlin's 1/4-inch steel industrial plug, your choice, 99 cents, 50% off. Love this. Icon alert. We'll do a little bit of a deep dive. Icon lifetime guarantee, 1.5 half-inch, not 1.5 half-inch drive, 12.5 to 250 foot-pound professional flex head digital angle torque wrench for $300, $70 off. Whoosh. Icon alert. Let's see. So let's do $300 divided by 370, and it's roughly 19% off. Rounding error, 19% off, which is not too bad. It's in the you can buy, and it's not too bad of a discount. Icon discounts do tend to be a little bit less rare, I would say, but they do tend to have at least 1 or 2 deals that will cover all their tools throughout the year. So there was a sale last year on Icon torque wrenches, and I want to say it was like 35 to 40% off. I should have these numbers memorized. I'll do better. And so we're at about 19% off, which is not terrible, but you know, if you do wait, you might have to wait a bit. So this is within the range of it's a good buy, especially since it's Icon. So not too bad. 19% off, saving $70. Pretty good. Hercules, 1700 watt, 14 amp, 108 temperature high, 108 temperature high output heat gun, $45, 10% off. Terrible. Hercules impact rated hex titanium drill bit set, 21 piece, $22.99, 23% off. The Hallmaster 10-inch pneumatic swivel caster for $15, 21% off. These looks like they're swivel caster rain tires. The ones we saw, I think in my last video, were the off-road. Tactical ammo utility box, $9, 25% off. Warriors 1.1 amp corner detail sander for $11, 45% off. That's excellent, 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 Warrior. Luminar work, 1000 lumen LED work light for $12, 20% off with some nice little leg stands, which is great because I have, not these, I have a different brand that only has this little metal hitch and I have to hang it somewhere. But if I could put it on the floor, it would be excellent. So that's giving me some ideas. Pittsburgh Universal Impact Joint Set 3-piece for $6, 50% off. That's really great. Bauer 8-inch variable speed bench grinder with LED work light for $20 off. And we'll do a quick 15% price check, because if you watch this today and you still have time and you want to get this, I need you to know which one is a better deal. And it looks like, the 15% off is a better deal. So you're getting about 14.3% off in this case. So not terrible, but you're saving a little bit more with the 15% off. So, okay, tomato. If we did the 140 times, you'd pay $119 even. You'd save $1. So, okay. 32-ounce Pro Speed Polish, $24.99. This is the Meguiar's. They just didn't put the Meguiar's title in the title. Look at all this white space. They've messed up. $24.99, 16% off. Okay. Armstrong 6-foot USB to USB-C. Braided charging cable for $8, 20% off. Hallmaster 15-inch worry-free tire with polyurethane hub, $30, 14% off. 3-ply disposable face mask, 10-pack, your choice of color, 89 cents, 10% off. Warriors drill and driver bit set, 58-piece for $12, 14% off. The Voyager 19-inch tool tote with 14 pockets for $15, 16% off. Warriors number 20 hardwood biscuits, 100-pack. Those look tasty. $5 for 28% off. Avanti Premium Paint Kit, 9-piece best quality for $13, 18% off. US General Alert magnetic socket rail with twist lock, your choice of either 1/4 inch, 3/8 inch, or 1/2 inch. Lifetime warranty, $15, 16% off. It's not too bad. Hercules 3.5 amp variable speed oscillating multi-tool, $55, 21% off. Super Coupon Earthquake XT 1/2 inch stubby air impact wrench jumbo hammer, $69.99, 12% off. Nice. Quinn 7-inch diagonal cutters for $5, 37% off. Excellent deal. Excellent. There might end up being a Quinn alert, because I am a fan of Quinn. So Quinn alert 7-inch diagonal cutters for $5, 37% off. Bauer 7.25 inch 24T framing circular saw blades 3-pack for $13, 27% off. Warrior 1-inch to 2.5 inch carbon steel hole saw set, 10-piece, $7, 30% off. Chicago Electric Power Tools 4-inch biscuit plane jointer. Is this for those wooden biscuits up there? $45, 18% off. Storehouse cotter pin assortment, 555-piece for $4, 20% off. Hercules demo and thin kerf reciprocating saw blade set, 12-piece, $15, 25% off. Bunker Security 2 3/4 inch circular padlock, $6, 25% off. Chicago Electric high-speed steel rotary saw blade kit, 6-piece, $7, 30% off. Apache 550 weatherproof clear case, $10, 28% off. Really, really good deal here. Icon professional high torque T-handle Torx key set, 8-piece, 25% off. Icon alert. I love it. They're within the buy zone, 25% off. Pittsburgh Pro lifetime warranty cold chisel and punch set. I wonder what makes it a cold chisel. Someone tell me. Someone knows. Cold chisel and punch set, 12-piece, $12.99, 13% off. Use the 15% off. And then we have the Western Safety emergency rain slicker for $279, 30% off. And those are the new super coupons, fresh spring coupons going through April 14th. There's some pretty decent deals in there. Some Icon alerts, some US General alerts, some ones that you got to keep your head on a swivel. Don't do less than 15%, especially today since the 15% is still going on. And I'll leave it at that. Happy Harbor Freighting, happy shopping. Which one of these deals stood out to you, or which one of these deals are trash? Please consider liking and subscribing. And as soon as I find some more deals, I will send them your way.